Harry, this is Lord Potato, and this is, well, what if Naruto had the power of nature? Now, this is my 2K, my 2K special, and, no, it's not a one-shot, it's not a movie. Even if I tried to make this a movie, it's gonna probably take like 3 hours, so it's not gonna happen. But yeah. Now, how should I say this? I might be doing a collab with what's called Iconic and Anime Sensei, so the trio. I actually do not know when that's gonna ever happen because I don't know when Iconic's ever on. Or, well, I mean, I can call up Anime Sensei and he would just, answer, but I don't know. But not the point. So this is, I did mention that, blah, blah, blah. I haven't really uploaded any What If for I think 2 days or more than that. I've been just streaming. And I should probably stop streaming because I probably get too much angry in streams because of how shitty my Wi-Fi is. And yeah, or I'm not even close to the internet box, so I'm pretty good distance away from the house. Not the point. How should I say? So, I already mentioned this, and yeah. Now, let's go and begin this. So we go into Naruto. Naruto as a child, he was always so, kind to animals. When he was, born and all that, animals actually go up to him and protect him when he was a child. Every animal, like just a squirrel, to even, a wolf was next to his, crate. When Hiruzen got there, when the Nine Tails was still sealed into Naruto. Every animal was just next to him, cuddling around Naruto, kind of giving him warmth. Hiruzen noticed this and actually thought it was kind of adorable. Now, Naruto was always really kind to animals when he was growing up. Humans, he kind of despised the fact that, if you really want to think about it, Mother Nature really despises us. We got COVID-20. No, I'm just kidding. We got viruses right now, so, I mean, if you really want to think about it, yeah. But Naruto, he is kind of despising humans because humans despise him because of how they call him the Ninth as a demon and all that. Which Naruto really doesn't understand why people call him that. Now, Naruto's hair is yellow, of course. I will mention how it will turn green later. But yeah, now Naruto has always been friendly to animals. Even one time an owl landed on his arm, not grasping his kind of clawing his arm, kind of just on his arm, not trying to claw it. The owl was trying to be gentle with Naruto, knowing that Naruto's still even a child. Every animal that goes up to Naruto knows that Naruto's still a child. With that happening, every animal is still gentle with Naruto. The reason why every animal kind of goes up to Naruto is that they feel this warm presence with Naruto. This warmth. And of course, Naruto, every time he kind of grew up, we go into, when he was kind of, trying to help Hinata. Since he doesn't like humans ever since he was kind of 4 years old, he even had this, instinct to not like humans. And humans didn't like him. So, of course, when he saw a girl getting beaten up by some older kids, he tried to help. And of course, it was snowing at that time. And since, Naruto was kind of going up, of course, he didn't have clothing on. For some reason, the colds didn't really affect him that much. So, of course, when he goes up towards, helping Hinata, Hinata still runs away and the police still try to hit him and all that. Which Naruto did get hit and was hurt, but this is where, a pack of wolves actually managed to get into the village. Well, not the village, just kind of near some trees, so I forgot where it was a spot. I'm going to say that it was kind of outside the village a little bit. And of course, the pack of wolves noticed that Naruto was getting hurt by these bullies, that the wolves actually decide to rip through the kids, just eating them, just ripping their arms off, clawing them right in the eyes, ripping their eyes out. It's just, you get the point. The fact that Naruto was hurt. When Naruto was hurt, he hated humans at that point. Now, Naruto was still 6 years old, and he was enraged the fact that humans started to try to hurt him. Of course, this is where the wolves actually had an instinct to protect Naruto, but also rip through the kids, killing them in an instant. Now there was only 4 pack of wolves, so I mean, yeah, not 4 packs, 4 wolves, so in the pack and all that. And of course, this is where the wolves are trying to like lick at Naruto's wounds to try to heal him, but Naruto's wounds are kind of healing a little too fast. Now, of course, this is where the storm, it was still snowing a little bit, but this is where a snowstorm actually happened and the blizzard happened. Yes, Naruto is unable to control his powers just yet. But yes, since it's a power of nature, it controls all elements. That means summer, spring, fall, and even, well, winter. If you really want to think about it like that. It doesn't just, well, specifically go towards what they call, well, spring. So yeah. But of course, with that happening, Naruto. So of course, with that happening, this is where Naruto, he goes to just, well, after that, when he was the incident when he was 6 years old, he goes on to just, well, live life. Of course, is where he is kind of very grateful for, well, having small things, because, yeah, that's just because Naruto is 6 years old, that he doesn't have much things. And he can see that humans do despise him. He doesn't know why, but he despises them also from them. But not the point. Naruto doesn't mind, well, humans. Well, he does. He basically kind of hates them all, because how greedy, how, well, horrified they are. Or, not horrified, horrible they are. But I don't even know why I can't speak that. But whatever. So where Naruto, he goes, and actually only likes animals. Any animal he kind of comes across, he likes them. And the animals likes him also. So, like, let's say he kind of goes up to a snake. The snake might be poisonous, but the snake will not bite Naruto. But if it was just like some expert on, well, snakes, the snake will definitely bite the person. So if it's not Naruto, Naruto has like this kind of instinct towards animals, where it kind of just like tells them that Naruto's friendly and not trying to harm them. Now, Naruto, with that happening, Naruto, when he was 7 years old, he actually, how should I say, was outside the village, kind of because he hates being inside the village, because everyone glares at him and gives him this hatred and, well, pain and all that, and disgust at him, that Naruto just always stays almost outside the village. He hates being inside it. He hates being inside his apartment. He hates everything. He wants to be free. Every time he's outside the village, he feels free. But when he's inside a building or anything like that, he feels trapped. Trapped and caged up like an animal. That he doesn't like that. So, of course, is where Naruto, he is, well, just outside. Outside the village. He likes the nature. He likes the green grass, the green trees, the stream flowing down, the animals drinking water, some of the animals kind of chasing after each other. But yeah, since everything is kind of nature. It's all nature. So, of course, is where Naruto, he likes looking at everything. He likes the sun just kind of hitting his skin and kind of burning a little bit, but not much. Of course, this is where he likes the wind just breezing on his face, but yeah. With that happening, Naruto, he goes to the ground and he just messes around with his chakra a little bit. Since this is still a kid Naruto, he's still kind of, well, wondering and trying to learn about things. But this is where Naruto, he looks at the ground, and this is where he, like, green chakra comes out from his hands and goes to the ground. This is where the ground, something happens. The ground starts kind of moving a little bit, and then, a little plant starts growing. Now, of course, is where Naruto decides to give it more of this green energy. He doesn't know what it is, but it comes naturally to him. A lot of things does come naturally to him. That the plant still keeps growing and growing and growing. It's actually, well, the plant is actually, well, an apple tree. It becomes an apple tree, fully becomes growing and growing. Of course, is where Naruto sees it, and an apple falls down, and Naruto kind of catches it on his hand and does eat it, and sees that it's very sweet. And Naruto's very happy. He doesn't know how he did that exactly, but he doesn't mind it. Of course, more animals kind of comes towards Naruto. Then Naruto gives him apples. So yeah, he feeds the animals. Like a crow lands on him, or no, all that happens. This is where Naruto, no one's actually watching him. Not even Hiruzen. Hiruzen's doing paperwork, but yeah. Now, of course, Naruto doesn't like Hiruzen because of the fact that Hiruzen lets the villager beat him up. Can see that Naruto doesn't like him. He never liked humans in the first place. This human just gives him money and blah 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 blah. But yeah. Now, Naruto doesn't talk much. He talks to animals and he can actually understand the animals pretty well. Any animal that comes towards him, he can actually understand what they're saying. Like say a wolf comes up to him. The wolf would say, hello there, Naruto, because they already know his name. Like, they have this instinct to already know his name, and yeah. And of course, Naruto always kind of learns about the animal's name, and yeah. Every animal is born with a different name, and yeah. Now, Naruto, he can see that all animals are, having this thing called instinct. Instinct is something that will allow them to, protect, kill, or anything like that. Humans have the same thing, but their instinct is so clouded and weirdness or whatever. The instinct to hate, the instinct to pain, and all them other things. While animals have the instinct to, kill and protect. And also love their, loved ones. But yeah. Naruto can see that maybe humans are like animals. Just a little bit. That he doesn't understand about the hatred. But yeah. Now, of course, is where, Naruto, he has just, we go into Naruto being 8 years old now. Now, the Uchiha Massacre will still happen, but Naruto's not interested in the Uchiha Massacre. He doesn't care. Now, of course, Naruto, he's in a classroom because Hiruzen did put him in a classroom, and Naruto has no interest in learning anything. He's not even interested in becoming a ninja. He has no interest in any of that. That he's just interested in kind of just living life. Nothing but growing trees, helping animals from trying to get hurt, or them kind of getting hurt and all that. And yeah, since Naruto has been really, really good to the animals, that the animals sees that Naruto's someone very kind. Now, Naruto's only kind to animals. Humans, on the other hand, Naruto can be very, very cold. Very cold. Like, he hates any human. So, when Naruto was in this classroom, he can see that bullies try to attack, this girl. This girl with red eyes and black hair. This is where Naruto doesn't really care about humans. But this is where the two boys landed onto the ground, face first, and, the other body second. But yeah. This is where Naruto's very interested in the girl. And this is where the girl looks at him. Sees that Naruto's eyes are blue. Well, I should also mention one thing. Naruto's hair has fully become green. For just being outside the village so long that his hair became green. It becomes yellow when it becomes fall. But yeah. He noticed that his hair is green. Because right now it is springtime and, his hair is green. He noticed that spring it becomes green. Summer it becomes kind of like a little bit, I'm going to say yellow. Fall it becomes orange. And then, winter becomes white. Snowy white. So yeah. Of course, Naruto's right now just not caring that much about humans or anything. And then Naruto's right now just walking away from the girl that's staring at him. Because the girl noticed Naruto, and Naruto just didn't really care about her. Now, this is where she's about to go up to Naruto, wondering why he was staring at her. Because this girl does not like any guy kind of just staring at her. So yeah. Of course, this is where Naruto, he goes towards a tree. And kind of just lays under the tree. The shade just blocking the sun a little bit. But still hitting him. he doesn't mind the sun hitting him at all. It feels like it gives it power. Well, it feels like Naruto gets energy from the sun. Naruto is very strange. He even found out that he doesn't need to eat food at all that much, well, to get energy. He kind of gets the sun to kind of help him. Rain actually helps him also, and even, well, standing on the soil with his feet just being bare without having any shoes. So yeah. Now, of course, is where, for some reason, food doesn't really matter to him that much. But this is where, well, Naruto's right now seeing some animals, like some owls and, well, some squirrels kind of go up to Naruto and kind of just, well, kind of be next to him. Like a mouse is kind of like on his hand. And of course, is where Naruto's kind of petting the mouse with like his fingers and all that. The squirrel's on his head, and the squirrel's kind of just laying on top of him. And then, well, another squirrel is kind of like on his neck, kind of just trying to be cozy in it. And of course, Naruto's kind of laughing, giggling a little bit. Now, of course, he doesn't mind the animals kind of being on him. He doesn't really care. He actually really likes it. It's very comfortable to him. But yeah. So where, well, the girl with red hair and black eyes sees Naruto. This is where her eyes, I should mention, are not just any normal red. They are ruby red. And this is where she sees Naruto. This is where she sees the animals just being on Naruto. And Naruto really likes the animals. A dog even comes up to Naruto. This dog is not what's called Akamaru or anything. This dog is just, well, one of the Inuzuka dogs that just managed to escape his owner and all that because his owner was an abusive cunt. But yeah. This is where, well, when the dog managed to get to Naruto, the dog was kind of like, well, kind of skinny and all that, but yeah. This is where, well, Naruto kind of goes up to the dog and all that, to kind of like wave it towards him and all that. That the dog actually goes towards him. Now the dog doesn't, well, kind of looks scared and all that. That when Naruto pets it and all that, for some reason the dog actually, well, becomes, well, what's it called? A little bit more, not skinny bones and all that, but a little bit more chubby. Naruto's adding his own chakra towards the dog to kind of heal him. Because Naruto's chakra is a little bit different from normal people. Instead of being a bluish kind of color, it is a greenish color. Well, for right now. When it's summer, it becomes yellow. When it's fall, it becomes, well, orange, kind of orangey red. And when it's, what's called winter, it becomes white. So, yeah. Of course, when the dog is being healed by Naruto's green chakra, the girl is interesting. She's wondering why Naruto's helping so many animals and why he isn't talking to the other guys or anything like that. Here's where Naruto says, "You can come out. I can kind of see that you're there." Now the girl was behind the tree and all that. Well, behind Naruto's side of the tree and all that. And of course is where she was touching the tree. And for some reason Naruto can sense that she's touching the tree and see that she's behind him. He's not using sensory. He's not sensing. For some reason that any person that touches, well, the grass, the tree, like anything from the tree, like say an apple, like we're about to pick the apple, see that they're there. He can sense anyone that's on the dirt, the grass, the mud, the water, but not stone. The stone also. He can sense anything that's kind of natural. But if it's like man-made, he cannot sense it. Anything that's natural, he can sense it. And of course, he can even sense them from the wind. But when people are inside, he cannot sense them. When people get hit by the wind, he can sense them. Now, of course, where Naruto, he says, "I know you're there. Why are you here?" This is where the girl was like, "Huh? How did he see me? What the?" This is where Naruto says, "I cannot see you, but that doesn't matter. Just leave me alone. I don't want to talk to any of you." This is where she didn't go, and Naruto can still sense that she's there. This is where Naruto says, "What do you want? Do you want to be like any other person? Just kind of trying to figure out what I am, what I do. Just leave me alone. I don't want to talk to any of you. This is where the girl still doesn't leave, and this is where Naruto gets irritated. This is where Naruto, he kind of gets up, and the squirrel and the mouse gets ready to fight on it, even the dog. Because Naruto's standing up and getting irritated. That he kind of goes and tells the animals to, like, not attack first. But Naruto is going to talk to this person. So where Naruto, he kind of did halt and all that, but yeah. Naruto goes towards behind the tree and sees the girl. So the girl's eyes connects for kind of, Naruto's eyes are kind of what's called sapphire blue right now, with connection with red ruby eyes. So yeah, both of her eyes connect, so that's why. This is where Naruto's hair is green while the girl's hair is black. This is where, well, both of her eyes connect, and this is where Naruto says, "What do you want?" This is where the girl says, "Isn't not the way to speak to a lady," or something like that. Naruto says, "I don't care, you humans are all the same." This is where she's kind of shocked, but she still doesn't know why Naruto kind of calls her humans. Now she knows about Naruto's name, because yeah, Naruto was someone that introduced his name. And this is where she says, "Do you even know my name?" Naruto says, "No, and I'm hoping you don't know mine." This is where she says, "But I do know your name. Your name is Naruto, isn't it?" Naruto says, "Like I said, I don't want you to know my name. But what if I say no or yes? What's even the matter?" This is where she says, "Do you know my name?" She said again. This is where, well, Naruto says, "No, I never really pay attention to anyone. I don't really care about them." So where she says, "Then, nice to meet you, Naruto." She like puts her hand out for a handshake or anything. And of course, this is where she says, "My name is Arabian what's it called? Arabian Yami." This is where Naruto, he doesn't understand why she's being so kind. He can see that she's being kind. He can actually sense people's emotions pretty easily. For some reason, for being even 8 years old. That he kind of goes towards his hand and holds it up. Well, let me say it again. Towards and kind of grabs what's called Raven's hand. And this is where Naruto says, "Nice to meet you, Raven Yami. Name is Naruto Uzumaki." Is it where, well, she just smiles at Naruto, and Naruto's kind of confused, but then also somewhat smiles. Naruto didn't say Naruto Uzumaki, he said Naruto Zen. That just means nature, but of course, this is where she's kind of confused because she thought it was Naruto Uzumaki, but she kind of just nods a little bit, and of course she smiles, and yeah. Now, why I changed Naruto Uzumaki to Naruto Zen is because, well, Naruto just thought of it. So, of course, even though Naruto doesn't like humans, he kind of likes this girl as only a friend because they're kids still, now calm down. So, yeah. So, of course, Naruto has, well, kind of liked school a little bit and kind of became friends with this girl. Now, of course, Raven has, well, what's it called? Always kind of just been with Naruto throughout the whole school year and all that. And Naruto has kind of learned a few things there in the area and all that. Now, of course, he does fail the test because, well, Naruto barely tries. But he doesn't really care about trying or anything like that. He just wants to be, well, friends with Raven a lot. But yeah. Now, of course, this is where guys are usually jealous because of Naruto. Well, talking to a kind of clan head girl. But of course, this is where not clan head girl, but a heiress from a clan head. But of course, every time a guy did try to bully Naruto, an animal come out of nowhere and kind of either attacked him by kind of biting them, pecking them, clawing them, but yeah. Or even, well, did I say? Yeah, biting mostly. But yeah. Now, of course, this is where, well, not many people kind of attack Naruto because they think that Naruto's luck is very bad. Which Naruto's luck isn't bad. He actually has the god of luck on his side, but yeah. But of course, as well, Naruto is, well, Naruto is kind of just different from people. So, of course, this is where when the academy test is over, and of course, some people don't even pass. Not many people actually pass, or at all. But yeah, now Naruto, he is kind of going to the next grade. Well, not next grade, next year. Now, of course, this is where he kind of doesn't know where Raven lives, and doesn't even know where she even goes after school. But yeah, because she's always picked up by a family member and all that, then Naruto never decides to follow her, or never had the idea to follow her. So of course Naruto, he doesn't go to apartments much often. He just goes back into the outside, well, outside the village, if he manages to. Because there's some ways that he can actually get out of the village and just stay there. Now, of course, where Naruto, the next year happens, and of course Naruto's 9. And Naruto doesn't see Raven in this classroom. He kind of wondering if she was actually put in this classroom. Which she was for a split second, but then, well, she was actually pulled out of the academy because her clan wanted to train her. Now, of course, Naruto was kind of saddened that, well, there was no one that he was kind of, well, friends when he was 9 years old. So instead of just being in the academy, he decides to just ditch it every time. He doesn't care that much. He fails, he doesn't care. But yeah. Now, of course, Harusa noticed that Naruto started ditching when he was, well, 9 to 10. Now, of course, he doesn't know where Naruto's always at because he can never find him in the village, but yeah. But of course, he ignores that problem, but yeah. He ignores that problem by reading what's called Jiraiya's books. But yeah, this is where we go into Naruto. He is actually trained because, well, he doesn't want to stay weak forever. He wants to actually protect the animals, nature itself, away from greedy people. But yeah, now he forgot about his kind of friend and all that after 2 years, and kind of went into 3 years. Now we go into Naruto going to be 12 years old. Naruto, he has kind of skipped when he was 9 years old the academy. When he was 10 and even 9, he was just skipping it. Naruto really didn't care. Naruto didn't care if he failed, passed, or anything. Well, he did care if he passed because, well, he didn't want to be in a ninja team early. Of course, with that happening, he just didn't do anything that much, anything impressive. That's where Naruto, he kind of learned in his abilities when he was training when he was young, before 12 years old, that he can actually, create things from out of nothing. Let's say that he wants to create an orange tree. He can create that. He can also create a plant-based kind of human figure and all that. But it's not human. It's actually just Naruto's creation. It's like a soldier. He actually kind of read books on like soldiers and all that. Soldiers wear, what was it called? Armor. Soldiers with all this and all that. That he actually created, well, a soldier. Now the soldier was, well, his first creation of life. And of course the soldier was all green. But of course had like some spikes and some kind of, what's it called, armor on him. He kind of looked like a Zetsu. Like this Zetsu. This right here. Well, instead of being the Zetsu, he was actually, well, green mostly. He wasn't white. So, of course, this is where the green Zetsu appeared. He also had, like, a plant on top of his head. Instead of, like, well, he had hair, but his hair was mostly kind of like grass and all that. And having a plant on top of his head and all that. That he just looked at Naruto and had also armor and even a sword. That he decides to help out Naruto. Like, protect him and all that. Now, the only time that he can actually come out if there's grass around Naruto. So he can pop out of nowhere. So, yeah. So he can't really pop out of nowhere. Like, think of it like if Naruto had somewhat like Shadow Monarch's abilities to kind of say arise. But instead of like coming out from a shadow, it comes out from the grass. So yeah. So of course it's like that. Now of course Naruto, he has just been what's called training with that. And of course with his shoulder he actually kind of became stronger by making other creations. Like he created another animal like a wolf, but instead of this wolf kind of being like an actual kind of like meat and bones and all, it was actually created by nature. But instead of this of being like green and all that, it was blue because it was made out of water. Naruto realized that he can create a lot of things from, well, nature itself. He can make wood, he can make water, he can make, well, green, basically like nature and all. He can make it out of like plants and all. Or he can make it even out of, well, the wind. And even lightning one time he controlled. He doesn't know how he did it, but yeah. He can make it out of, well, leaves. He can make it out of snow. He can make it out of anything that's basically natural. Well, not natural. Nature. That is not man-made or anything like that. So, of course, is where he can create it without even doing hand signs at all. So, if like lightning was like in the sky, he doesn't need to go through hand signs. He just needs to think of like something and like put his hand into the sky and says lightning snake. And of course, is where it takes some of his chakra into the sky. And this is where some of his chakra would go into the sky, taking some of the lightning and making it into a lightning snake and hitting the ground. If Naruto aims his hand down now, after seeing the lightning snake in the sky and all that, and if he kind of like put his hand to the ground and all that, the snake would kind of go towards wherever Naruto points at, or yeah. But yeah, now Naruto has figured out he can also make weapons with nature, but yeah. Like, not like metal weapons, but like green swords, or like, yeah, you get the point. Or water swords and all that, like that. Now, of course, Naruto has grown up a lot more. That, well, his clothes aren't what they call, well, natural. Well, not natural. His clothes are not man-made. He made them himself. For some reason, he decides to have clothing that actually protects him. This clothing is, well, this clothing is strong as titanium itself. And of course, stronger than that. Now, if you want to think of how this clothing is kind of strong as, okay, let me think about this. So think of like the god of, well, not the god, high school of, well, no, what am I talking about? Think of the god of high school and of Morty Jim kind of having his like clothing when he unlocks it. That kind of like clothing that's like kind of like armor at the same time that can protect him from any damage. That's what Naruto kind of has. But his clothing can, well, transform just like his hair can. So, like say that it's spring, his clothing would become green. Like say that it's summer, it becomes yellow. Like say that it's fall, it becomes a reddish orange color. Like say that it's kind of now winter, it becomes just white. But of course, he can also camouflage into, well, nature. Think of it like a chameleon and all that. Naruto noticed that he met more animals and kind of noticed their like abilities. He noticed the wolves are very fast but also powerful at the same time. He noticed what's it called, the chameleons can camouflage into the color and all that, and he actually kind of copies that a little bit. Not copies it, he kind of learns their abilities like that. Like say that a mouse can be very stealthy and, well, can't really be caught. If you really want to think about it, mouses are very fucking stealthy. But yeah. So of course, stealthy and fast. Naruto can actually be like that. If he wants to be like a bird, he actually learns how to fly. Now, of course, well, Naruto can't really fly that well, but yeah. He actually learns that he can fly. He actually makes wings. Now, these wings are actually just made out of, well, nature and all. Like what's called just green and, well, grass or even leaves and all. and he actually made wings. But yeah, or he can use the wind to kind of manipulate himself to kind of fly. But yeah, of course, is where he is like that. He also managed to kind of learn about owls, night vision, and yeah. Now, of course, with that happening, this is where, well, we go into Naruto. When he is 12 years old now. He's actually not put into, well, the Konoha 12. Well, not the Konoha 12. He's not put into the classroom with, what's it called, like Shikamaru and any of the others. Or even Sasuke. Or Sasuke or anything like that. He's put into another classroom. He doesn't know why, but he just put into this damn classroom. Now, he knows that he's gonna ditch it. He doesn't really care about becoming a ninja or anything like that. He just wants to be strong for animals. For animals to live free without any humans chasing after them, hunting them, or anything like that. So, of course, this is where Naruto, he is just sitting in this classroom, not even paying attention. He doesn't really care. He was actually the first one to get there. He's just hoping for his whole introduction, and then he's just gonna dip again. He doesn't care. So, of course, he's just sitting there, putting his chair and his, back to the other desk, and kind of just laying there. You know how when you kind of, put your chair back and starts going off to sleep, which I do that a lot. Because, well, I don't really care about school that much. Guys, also remember, if you're in school, do the minimum effort. That's what I did, and I still graduated. Well, not the point. Now, of course, what's it called? Naruto, he is just, just sleeping there, caring less about anything. He hates being inside. He hates being inside all the time. Nothing, he feels like he's caged, like any caged bird that he saw. And of course, he's annoyed. So, of course, when people started kind of gathering in, he sees a guy with, a red kind of beanie on his head, dark kind of skin, black eyes, and has this, kind of metal kind of staff behind him. Of course, talking to this guy with kind of yellowish and orangey hair. And of course, this guy with the guy with orange and yellowish hair has also kind of orangey eyes. And is kind of just talking to the guy with the beanie and all. Of course, they go to another desk. He sees, 3 girls. One with what's called brownish hair and black eyes, ignoring the other 2 and just going to another desk. And of course, the 2 girls behind, the girl, was a girl with kind of scarlet red hair and kind of red eyes. And of course, the other girl had, blue, kind of icy blue hair and, kind of darkish blue eyes. And of course, they both just hating each other and kind of just talking a lot of trash to each other. And of course, they went to sit away from each other. And of course, Naruto's really not caring that much about that many people. Of course, other people started coming in. One guy with kind of a mask on his face, glasses, and it has this hat that kind of shows that he's a medical ninja, or not even a medical ninja, that he's from a medical family ninja place and all that. Of course, there's another one that, had glasses and is kind of what's called, his hair is just black. And of course, he just sits next to other people and all that. So someone with white hair and blue, light, very white hair and all that, and blue eyes. So this the eye color is sapphire color. And this is where she kind of goes sit somewhere, kind of next to Naruto and all. Well, not next to Naruto, just kind of behind Naruto. And she doesn't sit towards the place where Naruto's kind of sitting, kind of laying back and not caring that much. Now, of course, she's wondering which clan is Naruto from. She just sees this green-haired boy kind of laying back, sleeping. Because all of these people that are right now in the classroom are actually from different clans. Medium clans, not noble, higher-ranking clans like the Hyuga or the Uchiha or any of the Yabarime or anything like that. But she's wondering who this kid is exactly, because I never saw him. Now, of course, is where, other people started going in. Someone, someone from a clan would call, well, how should I say? Someone with purple hair and purple eyes named Summary just like walks in and doesn't really care. She is very quiet and doesn't really care and goes to sit somewhere else. And of course, well, someone with black hair and red eyes shows up. Now her hair is very long since she was what's it called 8 years old. And she sees one boy. Well, not one boy out of like all the other ones. She actually knows about the other ones, but she noticed one boy with green hair and green clothing. And of course, is just right now laying back, kind of just going to sleep. Of course, where she noticed the girl with white hair and blue eyes and kind of narrow her eyes. This girl that's what I'm talking about is, well, Raven. Now, Raven kind of goes up to, well, the desk where Naruto's sitting. And this is where the girl with white hair and blue eyes kind of looks at, well, Raven. And this is where she was about to say something. And this is where Raven says, Naruto, is that you? Naruto opens his eyes. And Naruto looks at the girl who kind of asks for his name. He kind of put his chair back to straight. And, of course, he's kind of right now just getting the sleep out of his eyes. And, of course, he looks at the girl with red, well, not scarlet. Ruby red eyes and black hair, who kind of call out for his name. And Naruto says, Raven? This is where Raven says, Naruto, it's been a while. Huh. I thought you already graduated before I became 12. Naruto says, I don't really remember what even happened in the academy. If I really have to be serious, or not serious, honest with you. This is where she says, really? What, did a family member decide to train you and all that? Naruto says, no, I just ditch the academy all the time. So that's why I failed multiple times. Like this year, it's not going to be any different, and I don't really care. This is where she kind of just looks at Naruto and bonks him in the head and says, so you didn't pass because you ditched? Wait, does that mean, how many times did you ditch? Since I was 9 all the way to when I was 11, and maybe now, think about it. This is where she says, you idiot. I stayed there for the introductions, but then I really didn't care. Naruto went to lay back into his chair and was about to take another nap and doesn't care that much. And this is where Raven says, so, you decided to do all that for what? Were you going to train or anything like that? This is where Naruto says, train? No, I don't really care about being a ninja. I don't even know why Harusen Sarutobi decided to put me into, well, this kind of ninja training. I met you, but that's the only person I ever met. Since I hate humans a lot. This is where the girl that's, well, behind both of them is kind of hearing this. Now, of course, I mentioned about the, purple hair named Summary. She's actually behind, well, Naruto also. She hasn't really said anything, but yeah. So her name is Kaya, and of course is where the girl with white hair and all that I'm talking about. And of course she is, well, she is looking at Raven's head, and of course Raven knows that Kaita is right now, well not Kaita, Kaya is right now looking at her. And of course Raven kind of has a, well, angry mark. And she's looking at Kaya and saying, what the fuck are you looking at, Kaya? You stupid bitch. So Kaya says, oh, I'm sorry, Raven. Do you really want to repeat that? I didn't really hear you. This is where Raven is kind of glaring at her and all that. This is where Naruto's confused. And Naruto says, this might be such a drag later on. This is where the teacher comes in and says, hello, my name is, I'm going to just call him, Satoru. So he says, my name is Satoru. Well, yeah, his name is Satoru. So yeah, I'm just going to call him Satoru. So yeah. Now, can you all shut up for a second and let me explain what my name is? A bunch of people are not really shutting up, and that's where Satoru says, okay, all of you don't want to shut up. Got it. He sends massive amount of bloodlust to shut them all up, and yeah, everyone shut up. Even Raven and Kaita, Kaita. Now, of course, well, Naruto was ignoring the bloodlust because for some reason it doesn't affect him that much or at all. Well, Satoru noticed one thing and noticed a kid who was kind of taking a nap already. So he says, "Hey, you." This is where all the kids are confused, but they all look at Naruto and Naruto's already taking a nap. Yeah, Naruto's really caring less. He knows the teachers really don't care about him, and of course, he's just gonna take a nap. He knows like no teacher really gonna ask him not to wake up or anything like that, because yeah, that's basically everything that happens when he was younger. So of course he's just sleeping. Everyone else is just wondering, what the fuck is this kid doing? Of course, there were Raven and even Kaida just looks at him, confused and why the fuck is he just sleeping even though they felt the giant amount of bloodlust. So Naruto's sleeping. Tree. For some reason, he just thought of the word tree and just started sleeping more. This is where Satoru kind of gets a tick mark. More tick marks all over his face. Now, I should mention what Satoru looks like. Satoru looks like, well, that's his first name. His, last name, I'm just calling him Gojo. Okay? So, he kind of is having the personality of Gojo, okay? Because I can't think of a really good center or anything like that. But yeah, he is not Gojo Satoru fully. So yeah. His eyes are still crystallized blue, and his hair is still kind of white. Now, of course, is where, Naruto, he's just sleeping, and Gojo's right now having a bunch of tick marks and saying, this kid is really just taking a sleep. Everyone else didn't want to shut up, so I sent bloodlust. What, did my bloodlust didn't fucking reach there? No, even the bad kids managed to get it. This is where, Gojo appears right in front of the desk where Naruto's sleeping. And this is where everyone is confused what is happening. This is where Gojo says, wake up, kid. Naruto's sleeping. Naruto's really just caring less. This is where, Gojo says, I said, wake the fuck up, you green-haired bastard. Naruto cracks his eyes open and says, what? You talking to me? God. Interesting. Every other teacher would just tell me to just keep going to sleep and not caring about the lesson. What lesson are we on now? Here's where Gojo says, well, no, I wasn't actually preparing to do a lesson. It was only introductions. Now, what is your name, green hair boy? Naruto says, not really needed. No one really would care about what my name is. So really, who cares? And what my name is or what is not. This is where Gojo gets a tick mark and says, like I said, kid, what the fuck is your name? This is where Naruto kind of grins back at the teacher and says, like I said, I don't give two fucks what my name is and you don't need to know neither. Now, of course, this is where, lightning just starts crackling off both of, Gojo and, Naruto kind of glaring at each other. Yeah. Since Naruto has this hatred towards humans, he doesn't really care. And of course, this is where, that is happening. And of course, this is where, the girl that's behind, what they call Naruto, is kind of getting nervous. And is kind of saying, teacher, what are you doing? This is where Gojo says, if you don't want to tell me your name, then I'll just read off the fucking paper. Naruto says, do it then. I don't give two fucks. This is where Gojo says, fine, let me find you. Of course, this is where when Gojo was looking through the paper, he finds out that, he finds Naruto's hair, because it's basically a beacon for Naruto's hair. And when he looks up Naruto's name, it doesn't even show. It says, can I go to sleep? That's what Naruto legit put. And this is where he reads it out loud Gojo reads it out loud. And this is where Naruto says, and then it says, can I go to sleep? It says, sleep now. And this is where Naruto says, oh, sleep now? No, say less. This is where Naruto goes back to sleep. Gojo gets a check mark and says, look here, little shit. Wake up. Smashes, he puts his, leg onto the desk to wake up Naruto. And Naruto says, oh my god, what the fuck do you want now? Sir Gojo's saying, look here, little shit. First of all, I can see that none of your teachers really cared about you, and it seems that you just decide to fuck around with the names. But I'm gonna find out what the fuck your name is and what the fuck you fucking like. This is where Naruto says, good luck. How about you go to the fucking third Hokage and ask him what my name is? Oh wait, we're having a class right now. This is where Gojo says, you little shit. This is where he reads on paper and kind of notices what the details of Naruto is. Well, why the fuck he didn't pass. Naruto Uzumaki. Or not Naruto Uzumaki. This kid, green hair boy, whatever the hell. Hair changes every couple of months of different seasons. Green is usually spring. Yellow is summer. Orangey red is, well, fall. And even when it's kind of winter, it is white. Gojo's reading through it, and of course he just nods. And then what it says, kid that sleeps or ditches class and doesn't really care. And of course Gojo says, god damn it, this kid is gonna be so much of a drag. Or not much of a drag, he says so much troubleness. This is where, well, he just reading through it and doesn't really say his name at all. The teachers really didn't care about Naruto. Well, the previous teachers, but yeah. This is where he goes on and says, screw it. How about you, girl with black hair and red eyes? This is where Raven says, my name is Raven Yami. Then he looks at the girl with white hair and blue eyes. Kaya Raiten. Well, from the Raiten or Raiten clan. I really like to say it. Basically, it's just like, this is where, well, the next people are just going, my name is Iwa from the, Matarash clan. This is where the next person says, my name is, Hai from the, Blazer clan. This is where other people are starting to go, and yeah, and all that. Summary says, my name is Summary. I don't really have a last name. This is where, I don't remember if Summary and Baruto had a last name, yeah. But this Summary is not like Baruto, but yeah. So yeah, her name is Summary, yeah. And of course, where, well, Gojo says, so what is your name, green hair boy now? Or am I gonna be calling you green hair for, well, the rest of the year? Naruto says, you can call me whatever the fuck you like. I don't give two fucks about my name right now. This is where Raven is just sighing, and she was about to say Naruto's name until the bell rings. And it is, well, the afternoon of, well, what's it called, the class. The end of the day. Is there Naruto, he opens his eyes, and he moves away from Gojo. Jumping away from Gojo, and, well, Naruto sees the door, he runs to the door, opens it, and just slams that shit, and starts running. So yeah, that's where Raven and everyone else are kind of shocked when Naruto speaks. That's where Gojo says, I see. So he's not a slacker, he just doesn't care that much. That's where Raven says, that speed, so fast. This is where Naruto, he says, I'm free! Hell yeah! This is where Naruto is now going out of the village and back towards, well, he likes to just train. So Naruto, he's saying, should I show up? Nah, he probably won't even care. Just bastard really wants to annoy me. This is where he kind of noticed everyone's name and recognized that they are all from clans. Every single one of them, even Summary is from a clan. And this is where Naruto says, the fuck, why am I in a clan classroom? I thought they would just put me in some civilian classroom so I can just fail again. Whatever. Is there Naruto? He's just like seeing the animals and all that. And of course Naruto is kind of like, well, making trees of fruit and all that. Or making fruits regrow in trees, and yeah, you get the point. Naruto is just like, just very happy. Animals are happy, and yeah. And so where, well, Naruto, he is just, well, what's it called, not even caring that much. And of course, well, the next thing happens, but Naruto doesn't show up. And so Gojo is having a tick mark and saying, he's looking at his watch, it's already 5 minutes into the classroom. He's saying that little shit must be either asleep or not even coming to the school. God damn it. So, of course, what's it called? He was going to the Hokage office to kind of ask for, well, the kid's name and all. Well, the green hair boy. And, of course, this is where Hiruzen was not even in the office. Right now, Hiruzen is just going to Naruto's apartments, but when he checks up in Naruto, no, Naruto wasn't even there. Naruto, he leaves a door, well, what's it called, a note in the door, or when Horusen just walks in and all, a note saying that Naruto's right now off to doing stuff. And Horusen never knows about what that stuff is, because when he uses his, what's it called, the crystal ball, he can never find where Naruto exactly is at, or at all. So yeah, Naruto, when he's at this, like, somewhat not training spot, it's mostly just him relaxing and kind of feeding the animals and all. It's kind of a large land that he has outside the village that's actually being protected by his natural chakra. So yeah, that's what he likes to call it when he puts chakra around, natural chakra. It kind of is like a barrier towards him, well, towards this place, to never be found or anything, or never be tracked. Now, of course, where Naruto, anyone can go into this place, but they can never sense anything at all. Well, they can sense things outside, but inside, no. But yeah, of course, this is where, well, Naruto is just kind of just like wondering, well, thinking what to do today, since, well, he doesn't have school. Well, he does, but he's not going to go towards it, and doesn't really care. He knows that the teacher is not going to go look for him, and that's what he's thinking. We go, well, into Gojo's POV, and Gojo's right now having a tick mark. Angry tick mark. More angrier than normal. Of course, he never was the type to get kind of angry, but god damn it, this kid is not wanting to hurry the fuck up. It's now 10 minutes into the classroom, and everyone is confused what the hell is happening. That's what Raven says. He wasn't lying that he's gonna be ditching. This is where, well, Gojo says, okay, all of you can just go into fucking recess or whatever bullshit you want to do. I'm gonna go look for the fucking kid. That's where everyone goes, oh, I guess that kid is dead. And then everyone kind of starts talking to each other and wondering which clan is that kid from, because he will kind of have what's called angry parents or blah blah blah. And Raven never asked about Naruto's parents. So yeah. Even though Naruto did say that, well, when they first met, that his name was original Naruto Uzumaki, but now it's just Suzen, Naruto Suzen, meaning nature, Naruto nature. Now, of course, this is where Naruto, he is, well, just at this spot, but then he got away from his spot so he wouldn't damage it. And of course, this is where Naruto's learning how to control his, like, natures more perfection. So yeah. So of course, this is where Naruto, he's just trying to control or create more things. And this is where, well, Gojo, he looks through the whole fucking village, finds no Naruto for, well, 2 days. Okay, I should mention this. He looks for Naruto for 3 fucking weeks and doesn't find him. He finds out that Naruto must not be in the village, or his family must be one of the people that are usually outside the village. So yeah, for a week straight, Naruto's not seen. So of course, Naruto, the next week on Monday, he decides to show up. Gojo has a tick mark, annoyed, kind of tired. Everyone else are just like there. But Naruto has a hood over his head. Just cause, well, just in case he got to get away from Gojo. Or anything. He just doesn't, he has the weirdest feeling that Gojo has been trying to look for him. And of course, is where, well, everyone hasn't really learned anything from Gojo. And of course, this is where, well, everyone is kind of looking at the spot where Naruto's at. And Naruto is there, just sleeping again. And of course, this is where Gojo gets in, sees the spot where Naruto's at, kind of appears right in front of Naruto's desk, punches his desk, and says, "Wake the fuck up, kid." Naruto says, "Yes, can I help you?" This is where Gojo's getting a tick mark and getting ready to actually just decide to grab one of his kunai and stab this kid. He doesn't care if he's from a clan or not. Actually, mostly he realized that mostly all these kids are from here, should be from a clan. And he's guessing that everyone's from a clan. And everyone is guessing that they are all from a clan. Well, knowing that everyone's from a clan here. Now, of course, this is where Naruto, he is just smiling and saying, "What do you want?" This is where Gojo says, "Why weren't you here last week?" What you mean, I was. This is where Gojo says, "Not for the introduction. I have read on your paper that you like to ditch and what to call, well, ditch and, well, not be here for an entire fucking month. So, why is that? Do you have something special or what? Naruto says, yeah, it's called sleeping away from this class. I don't really care about this class. Here's where Gojo gets a tick mark. And this is where he says, oh, is that so? Well, he decides to pull out a kunai and some ninja wire and says, don't worry, kid. You're gonna stay here. I'm gonna make sure of it. I don't care if you stay here for like the rest of the week. I'm gonna make sure I decide to teach my class. This is where Naruto says, oh, I don't like that idea. This is where Gojo says, to the fuck back. Naruto jumps away from his desk. Naruto says, well. Naruto jumps away from his desk and says, fuck that idea. I'm out, bitch. He goes to the door and Gojo now appears right in front of that door and says, don't you dare try to leave. This is where Naruto says, but I want to leave. But see you, sucker. This is where he tries to get away from Gojo because he can actually be, well, Naruto can be fast as Chunin and all that if he tries to. Even faster than Amus. But this is where Gojo, he's extremely fast. He is not a Chunin, he's a Jonin, a high-ranking Jonin. He's actually kind of strong as well, Kakashi. Because, well, he's somewhat cousins towards Kakashi. But yeah. This is where Naruto says, shit, this guy's a little too fast. This is where Naruto, like, jumps back. And this is where Gojo says, I can't let you leave. I'm not gonna let you leave. I've actually decided to give you extra training. And fucking trying to learn things. Now, of course, people are feeling the bloodlust of Gojo. But this is where Naruto says, this is bad enough. Naruto looks behind him. He sees the window. He looks in front of him. And Gojo says, you're not thinking of jumping out, right? You realize we're on the second floor. If you jump out, you're basically breaking your... This is where Naruto jumps out the fucking window. And Gojo just widens his eyes and says, what the fuck are you doing? Everyone just goes, holy shit! Naruto jumps out the window. But this is where Naruto says, creation element, what's it come? He says, nature creation. And of course, the ground is grass. And he says, what's it called? Vine style. This is where a vine appears from the ground. Oh, not a vine. What's it called? Not a vine. What's it called? I'm gonna say a bush, not a vine. A vine would usually, yeah. So a bush appears and Naruto lands on it and it's soft for him. And this is where Naruto, he just kind of like destroys, well, not destroys. He kind of just moves the bush somewhere else. He kind of picks it up and puts it somewhere else and starts fucking running. Gojo says, that little shit. Interesting. He's able to, well, create a bush. Similar to that, the second Hokage. Or not second Hokage, first Hokage. This is where everyone is shocked, widened, and when they look outside, they don't see Naruto. Naruto's right now running. Naruto's just leaving. Naruto puts on his hood and right now runs. This is where Gojo says, that little kid. This is where someone says, teacher, do we have to learn or are you just going to set us back home or something like that? Send us back home. Gojo says, I'll teach you now because you know what? It's going to be such a fucking headache with not Naruto, with that kid. Raven says, this is bad. So of course, Naruto, he gets to his spot and just relaxes there and doesn't care. So we fast forward into Naruto kind of doing this for, well, 1 month. Naruto, he doesn't actually show up to Academy because Gojo has kind of did more creative ways into stopping Naruto from leaving. This is where Naruto found out that he can phase through a lot of things. Think of it like, well, what's it called? White Zetsu, how he can phase through the crown and all that. But yeah, he actually found out that he can do that. But yeah, for some reason. But yeah. Of course, this is where Naruto, he faces and runs. And yeah, this is where Gojo is always annoyed and wondering how Naruto is able to escape him. This is where Gojo decides to look outside near the farmlands and all that. Or near, well, the farm places near the Leaf Village. This is where he kind of goes to the forest side and decides to look around the forest side. That's where Naruto's right now just training. Not in his, like, what's it called, safety place and all. He's right now just training. This is where Naruto's able to, what's it called, dude, well, bleh. He managed to make a root and make a tree appear from the ground and all that. And this is where Gojo's kind of watching him. Naruto, when he is kind of, well, Gojo kind of put his hand onto, like, the tree and all that. And this is where Naruto's Sensei massive chakra spike, like, hit him. This is where Naruto says, huh? That must be nothing. But Naruto's like thinking, no, 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 no. Why is he here? Why? Why is he different from all teachers? Why? So, of course, he's thinking of Gojo right now. And Gojo saying, interesting. He does wood style. That's where, well, not wood style. He says he did a tree. So interesting. But I gotta hide my presence. Of course, he still has his hand onto the tree and all. Now, of course, this Gojo, he has a dojutsu where he can somewhat activate and all. Or not really activate. He kind of has a 6 eyes, but yeah. Well, this one is, he can't really see cursed energy. He can see chakra. Now, of course, his 6 eyes, yes, I'm gonna mention he can deactivate them or activate them with chakra. So, of course, this is where he activates his, well, dojutsu. It's called the 6 eyes. And, of course, where Naruto says, this is bad. This is bad. Why is he here? Why is he here? Now, of course, Gojo's eyes were still blue and all, but now they're crystallized blue when he activated the 6 eyes. But yeah, this is where Naruto says, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. Why is he here? No, 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 no. Naruto's thinking in his head, he's saying, this is bad. So Naruto, he kind of walks away from his training spot, trying to lose Gojo. And this is where Gojo just realized, is Naruto trying to leave? Could he found out that I'm here? This is where Gojo walks out the tree and says, Naruto, where are you going? Naruto says, he turns around and says, this is bad. This is where Gojo appears right behind him, because when he blinked a little bit, and Gojo was right behind him, and when Naruto, like, walks a little bit back, he felt Gojo right behind him. So Naruto says, fuck. This is where Gojo says, so that's what you were doing. You were just training. And, well, not being in my classroom. You know that's rude, Naruto. Well, not Naruto. He says, you know that's rude, green hair boy. Sir Naruto says, fuck. This is where Gojo says, it's bad of you to say bad words like those. This is where, well, Naruto, he jumps away from Gojo and says, damn it. Why? Why are you different from teachers? Why are you all different from all the different teachers I had? All of them didn't give 2 fucks about me. Why are you different? Naruto pulls out, what's it called? 2 swords that he created out of the ground and all that. One was made out of earth, while the other one is made out of leaves. So Naruto points at his swords and says, why are you different? Why are you here? Why? Why? This is where Gojo says, why? Oh. Maybe it's because you've been ditching my classroom. And I'm not like any of the other teachers where you can just easily sneak away and not care. Or they wouldn't give 2 fucks about you. Because I am your teacher. And I gotta learn what my student is doing. He's not doing anything shady or anything like that. Which you're not doing. Which that's good. But also, I'm still wanting to know what's your name. Naruto says, then go ask the fucking 3rd Hokage. I don't give 2 fucks about saying what my name is. You will never fucking find that out, and no one else will. I don't care. Gojo looks at Naruto and says, you know, it's kind of rude of you to kind of not tell me your name, even though I'm your sensei. Isn't that bad? Isn't that just bad manners? How would your sensei when you become a genin? Naruto says, I'm not becoming a genin. I don't give 2 fucks about becoming a genin. Whatever that fucking old man decides to think about. I'm not becoming a goddamn genin, a goddamn ninja, or anything. I don't know why that goddamn old man is thinking that I would like to become a genin, or become the Hokage, or become anything. Just leave me the fuck alone. That's where Gojo looks at him And sees that Naruto is not lying. Naruto does not want to become a Kenin or anything. Gojo sighs and says, you know you're a little troublesome. Very troublesome. And I wanted to know, why wouldn't you ever tell me your name? Naruto says, because all you humans do is just hate on me. For what fucking reason? I don't know. But I don't care. You don't need to know my name and I don't need to know you. Here's where Gojo says, very troublesome, very troublesome. But you know. So of course this is where Naruto says, like a hell that I care. This is where Gojo says, like I said, I'm your sensei, so you gotta tell me anything. Don't you want to open up? Naruto says, no, now leave me the fuck alone. This is where, well, Gojo says, then I guess I'll do this the hard way. Naruto, well, what's it called? Gojo appears right behind Naruto, and Naruto swings up, knowing that Gojo was up there. Now, why Naruto noticed that is because he's using Wind Sensory. Now, of course, where, well, Gojo dodges the swing and says, Naruto, or not Naruto, he says, you know, that's bad enough to use your swords. You know you would cut someone's head off. It's weird you were able to manipulate that. So, how much do you know about chakra manipulation? Naruto says, none of your concern, now fuck off. So Naruto starts slicing at Gojo, and Gojo says, damn, come on, green hair boy. It's better if you don't, well, be kind of sour in your mood and all that. This is where Naruto swings both of his swords different sides, like right side or left side. And this is where Gojo says, I guess you are kind of sour, like your green hair. Maybe that would change after summer or anything like that. This is where, well, he did activate Limitless, but Limitless does, well, what's it called, take chakra and all that. So, of course, when he blocks both those swords, he pushes them away, well, Gojo did, and decides to go up to Naruto. And Naruto says, how? This is where, well, Gojo says, I'm sorry about this. Hits Naruto and, well, one of his points, knocking him out. For Naruto, his two swords just crumbles up. This is where Gojo says, you are so much of a dangerous kid, you know that. And very troublesome. Kind of reminds me of someone. Yes, Kakashi. Where are you, cousin? Alright, well, I know where you at, but, you know, reading those books are such a terrible thing. We go into Kakashi right now reading books, and he just goes, Achoo! What the fuck? I feel like my cousin's talking about me, but whatever. Whatever he wants. Better be not something bad about me. But yeah, we go into Naruto waking up, and Naruto's right now in the classroom. He's just like, what the hell just happened? Right now, there's a bunch of other kids just looking at him. And, well, Raven is just looking at him. Ninja Wires right now, what's it called? This is where, well, Naruto is like tied up and all. And this is where, well, Gojo's doing the lesson and all that. And of course, he's right now smiling, being very happy. And this is where, well, Naruto says, are you fucking serious? Damn it. He said, damn it. Why the fuck am I tied? And this is where Gojo says, oh, green hair boy, you're tied because I don't want you to leave or do anything very, well, drastic. So you're just tied with ninja wire, and those ninja wires are chakra based, so you won't be able to leave. Now, you can either tell me your name, or you can decide to pay attention and be quiet. Naruto says, fuck you. That's where Gojo says, aw, I love you too, there, green hair boy. So Naruto says, you sound like a creep. I'm not into dudes. This is what Naruto said. This is where Gojo says, I meant that as like a student in Sensei, not the... A bunch of other people are about to start giggling and dying. This is where, well... This is where, well, something happens. Two Ambos appeared, and this is where the two Ambos says, Naruto, Uzumaki, you are reported to go with, what's it called, the third Hokage. This is where Gojo says, Naruto. I don't have a kid named Naruto. That's where the two Anbu says, we're talking about the green hair boy. And this is where Naruto says, fuck. And this is where Gojo says, so your name is Naruto Uzumaki. Interesting. Naruto Uzumaki or Naruto Shin, whatever. He likes just changing his name. That other one is just a changed name, but yeah. No one actually knows what the fucking Uzumaki is. This is where Naruto says, shit. And this is where Naruto said, I'm a little tight here. You might free me, Ambus? The Ambus says, no, we're not doing that. This is where Naruto says, fuck. That's cool. You guys took fucking forever, and I knew you guys were gonna say no. This is where a rat was right now behind him, like two rats. And this is where the two rats managed to bite through the ninja wire and all that. And this is where Naruto is now let free. And Naruto says, see ya. This is where Naruto breaks through the window and just jumps down. Naruto lands on the ground, not doing a bush because he can't do that. And the two rats are right now hanging on to Naruto's jacket. And this is where Naruto's running. The two Hanbo say, fuck, not again. Gojo says, wait, how did he? That's impossible. Naruto's like, shit. Gotta run. I can't let the old man kind of catch me, kind of annoyed me about fucking questions. This is where the two Ombuds are right now chasing Naruto. Naruto managed to escape them because Naruto's still a fucking god and escaping Ombuds, so yeah. But yeah. So Naruto says, I gotta escape here. Gotta get out of the freaking village and go back to my place. Does it work well? Naruto, he's about to just, leave the village. And he's right now in the forest and all. And this is where Gojo says, where do you think you're going, Naruto? And now, of course, there's some people actually that follow Gojo. After Gojo says, you're all dismissed. Bye-bye. So yeah. Because they actually wanted to know who the hell is Naruto and what the hell is his clan. They're wondering why they're outside the village. But yeah. Now Gojo realized that Naruto's able to escape the village through this place because there's no gate guards. Gojo says, God damn it. No wonder the kid is able to get outside the village easily. So Naruto, he is, running, and then he just stops and says, this is good enough, right? That's where Gojo touches one of the trees and still doesn't realize that Naruto's able to sense him. Naruto says, not you again. Why? Why do you keep chasing after me? Gojo says, like I said, I am your student. Well, not student. I am your sensei. Now get back here, Naruto. Uzumaki. This is where Naruto says, Naruto's gritting his teeth. Now, of course, there are other kids are right now looking out of the tree and all. They did not touch or anything. So, yeah. Of course, it's mostly a bunch of kids and all that. Iwa, other people. Summary, Kaya, and even Raven are looking over. And they see Naruto. Naruto says, fine. Arise, army. This is where multiple army creations the Naruto made arises. This is where, Naruto says, I'm gonna fucking kill you one way or another. This is where Gojo smiles and says, and I guess I have to fight my student. Huh. I'm so sad that you actually won't see me as a, sensei when I kick your ass too hard. This is where Naruto says, doesn't matter. This is where more animals start appearing. And of course, they're right now, we're hearing the call of Naruto's aid and all that because, Naruto needs help. So, of course, more animals appears. A wolf, a bunch of other creatures, but yeah. This is where Naruto, he adds his, own nature chakra into the animals, and they all kind of become vicious as hell. This is where Gojo says, very interesting chakra. Your chakra is green instead of being, blue like any other person. And this is where, when Raven decides to touch the tree, Naruto sends Raven and looks to where Raven is at. And saw, his classmates. And he says, fuck. This is where Gojo says, hello Raven and the other classmates. What are y'all doing here? Are you gonna watch me kick the shit out of Naruto? Raven says, Naruto. She, walks out and says, can you just stop this? Naruto says, shit, I need to do something. This is where the animals kind of look at Naruto. And Naruto says, well, he looks at the wolf, and the wolf has become bigger now. And Naruto kind of looks at him and gives him that look that he might need help to run away. And the animals all thought of doing the same to like help Naruto. This is where Naruto tells the animal to go away, And this is where Naruto gets on the wolf's back, but leaves his creation to kind of fight against Gojo. So of course, when Naruto says, "Let's go," the wolf kind of rushes out. This is where Gojo says, "Oh no!" He almost gets cut his head off. He's like, "I see. So you're leaving your distraction creation to fight against me." Oh, well, he's right now dodging attacks, but Raven is right now chasing after Naruto. Even though she's not as fast as the wolf, she's still managing to keep up a little bit. The other students are right now trying to help Gojo, and while crushing them. But this is where, well, Raven and Kaya are right now running after Naruto. Kaya is saying, "So, is this the boy you met a long time ago?" It's very interesting. Don't you think? This is where Raven says, "Shut the fuck up, Kaya, and leave me the fuck alone. Go help Gojo," or something like that. Sumari is right now kind of being next to them and saying, "Is it very wise to even go after this boy? He seems kind of not wanting to be with anyone." This is where Raven says, "Shut up, both of you." This is where, well, both of them just feel this kind of angry pressure. Yes, Raven is illuminating so much anger. This is where, well, with that happening, this is where Naruto, he managed to go. And of course, this is where the wolf stops because he runs out of energy. But this is where Naruto says, "You can go." This is where the wolf leaves. But Naruto, when he's running, he sees the a cliff. So Naruto says, "Fuck." This is where he looks back and he sees Raven, Kaya, and even Sumari. This is where Naruto says, "Fuck, this is bad." This is where Gojo appears and stays behind him and says, "Oh no, you don't, Naruto. Even if you could live up to this, what's it called, cliff and all that, I'm not letting you escape." This is where he knocks out Naruto. But yeah, this is where I'm going to leave it off until the next part. But yeah, have a nice potato day, potato night, potato seed, potato, potato. But yeah, I did change a lot of things. A few things. Well, yeah, a lot of things. But yeah, I don't even think this is what the, what's it called? What the guy who asked for what if Naruto had the power over nature, he was thinking about. But yeah, but not the point. Yep, this is where I'm going to end it off. But yeah, for part 1. Part 2 will be whenever the fuck I have time. Or yeah, because I also have a second channel that I'm going to be uploading stuff on. Like whatever. Like Minecraft story time. Whatever. Nothing about my personal life right now. Well, most of those story times is a little bit more about my personal life. But yeah. But all that, with that happening, bye-bye. Have a nice potato day and potato night. Potato seed. Go subscribe to Iconic or Anime Sensei. But yeah.